Hello everyone, Wenzeltron here, and we're back! And this is the real last reworked video of the PTR that is currently live. I may have had videos come out of order because the Dehaka video I did had an audio issue where the in-game sound wasn't recorded properly, and I didn't want to upload something that wasn't fully engaging, and I wanted to talk a little bit more, and I think I theory crafted a pretty cool build for Dehaka now, and I kind of wanted to give it a go and see what you guys all thunk about it. So yeah, see you in game, peeps. Alright, peeps, we're arrived onto the Cursed Hollow map. And first thing I want to address is that in any PTR videos, it's really hard to judge the strength of a new rework because you get weird teams like this. We have a Dehaka Abathur Artanis Diablo Ragnaros versus a Diablo Chromie Dehaka Artanis. I think I messed up a name somewhere there. But anyways, we have a triple warrior on both teams because of how the reworks were this time. So it's gonna be a really weird game. So yeah, it's just gonna be strange. And I just want to preface that is that the meta in the PTR is completely screwy because not everyone's going to be playing the new reworked heroes. That being said, we are going win or lose. We're going to try and make a video that works. Or talk about the changes to specific characters. I might get flipped here. Nope, they got Artanis instead. And that being said, I will be going for... Do they have lots of spells? Kind of, sort of. They have a Chromie. We're going to go Enduring Swarm. That's one of Artanis' new talents. I'm going to try to get his tongue there, and that's the tongue. And then we got Diablo doing Diablo things. Whew, that's a lot of words at once. And we still got Dehaka. And I want to watch out for Rag. I'm going to use Burrow just in case. And here's the new functionality. Or I didn't even time it right. I'm going to hit Sippy. But as I was saying, hello Artanis. Nice meteor from our Ragnaros. I'm going to go up top. Soak XP. And so I could talk about things because the excitement has died down. Alright. Oh hey, look, their Dehaka thought the same thing. I'm gonna bring him here, and he's gonna get hit by a counter shot. It'll be great. I'm gonna use my trait. So the only major change to the actual Dehaka's kit so far is his E is now activatable, his burrow, so that when you use it, you can now decide when to explode from the ground. And this being because some of his talents have changed, allowing the burrow engage to actually seem to be actually pretty decent, or at least in theory. That's the hope. So we're gonna try it. I dodged the tongue there. So what I'm doing right now is it seems like this guy's a new player because he's only a level 1 player on the PTR, which is hard to tell considering if you're on the PTR you probably play this game a little bit more. But he may or may not have played Dehaka before, so I don't really want to like abuse it a little too much here. But anyways, so this is part of where his talent rework gets put in. First two talents here, the one who collects and Hero Stalker, are both the same. His new talent here is called Lurker Strain. This is a combination of the two talents. The first being stealth when you burrow, and the second one applying a slow when you're up to the ground by 30% for 2 seconds. The reason I want to try this is I think it has synergies later on that allow you to actually... Nice, Artanis decided to swap with me. We're just going to go sit on the point and stasis. And if they decide to dive on me, we can just do that. But it looks like they're not. I'm going to try not to hit. Don't have a Q just yet. I haven't done now, but he burrowed from that. It makes it a little bad. Nice. Our Diablo did good peels there. Our Rag will die from AoE though.
Killing spree.
Gonna try and gonna go for their Rag now. I'm out of mana. Well, that's gonna be the first death of the game. Sorry for the no commentary there. There was lots of extreme focus. We kind of got pushed back with Ragnaros being almost dead, and then Artanis was starting at basically a 3v1. But our Abathur is soaking, and we're still up in XP by a little bit, so we're still okay. We are in this game for sure. It's only the first tribute, so it's no big dealio. I'm gonna go down to the bottom lane real fast and from mid lane and try to help our team because it looks like Dibble is kind of low with this crazy front line, and now you gotta grab on the enemy. What is that called? That's the Ragnaros. It's hard to say whether or not he's OP. I don't think players have actually learned how to abuse his Molten Core ability as of yet. And I don't mean abuse in a bad way, it just abuse in the way of like using it properly to engage / defend or whatever. And there's a time trap for Chrome, we found that. Let's see, I think Feeding Frenzy got a little bit of a buff. I can't remember. I think these talent tier is also the same. I'm probably gonna go for Symbiosis. Since they have a ridiculous amount of melee, meaning everyone except Chromie. In normal situations, I would most definitely go for the drag cooldown with basic attacks. And that's a tongue perfectly sniping their Ragnaros to death. But because, yeah, basically I'm just playing the game because the enemy team is so melee heavy and also sustaining. I'm gonna say ping backwards so we can actually get this tribute instead of chasing when we shouldn't be. Abathur's still doing Abathur things, and that was a great flip onto their Chromie. I missed. Now I'm just gonna walk into Diablo here. We are like death balling hardcore with this crazy squad. I'm gonna just see if their Dehaka did the same thing. He did not. He went constriction. So basically this build is going to be focused around doing as much damage as possible while engaging very hard. The only reason at this level I took the spell damage reduction is because most of the team actually has spell damage. Dehaka does it, Chromie does it. Artanis doesn't do spell damage, but if he's focusing me, I'm doing my job as a kind of a soaky tank. In normal situations, you would probably want to go either Primal Aggression or one of the two talent abilities. You gotta watch out for Dehaka because he can tongue me into this wall and I can take a lot of damage. But it looks like Abathur is in trouble down there by himself. Excuse me, I'm having issues with breathing. There's hiccups, I just ate a lot of food. We're almost level 10. And I'm gonna go here. Let's see, do I wanna go for, I'm gonna just try and, nope. I'm actually just gonna go adaptation and not die, hopefully. Not die. And there's a clone of me, and our Diablo got wrecked. I need to just get out immediately. Our rag was a little late, it seems. Oh, and I got hit by Chromie's W.
Is over. Killing spree.
Yeah. Looks like we might be able to. No, we're not going to be able to get it. Dehaka's already going to have it by the time our team is able to re-engage. But Abathur is now up at the top lane soaking. Abba on point. Okay. So, the big change here is that adaptation now heals for 100% of the damage, which is a lot more than it had been previously. Oh, also his Z got an improved with the passive 15% movement speed while in bushes for 1 second, which is huge. Our Ragnaros did go Lava Wave, which is very strong in this map because of the split pressure that you can provide for your team. Because it's such a large area. I don't know if I can catch up here. Oh, he tried to do a pro flip. I'm gonna do stealth and try and get out. Going for the dibbles here. I missed my Q, or my R, or my Q. A tongue. I used my adaptation a little late there. If I had used it a little bit earlier along with my trait, I probably would have survived. It's our team. Our tennis got pulled in and just taken out. But we still got the tribute, so we're 2 for 2. 2 for 2 on each side of the team. That is now my 3rd death. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I promise Dehaka is like one of my favorite heroes. It's just like I said, these weird metas make weird team comps. It's just all over the place. Going down the bottom lane. Gonna try and get onto this dibbles here. Looks like we're gonna have a brawl, and I got a tongue perfectly.
Excellent.
Awesome. The Super CC is real. I think the next talent here is where we get another burrow talent. So I can explain more stuff and things. It's gonna be great. The enemy Ragnaros is now using Molten Core, so you can see what that looks like. His range is greatly amplified with this, and his abilities do a lot more damage. And as you can see down here in the mini-map, is slowly ticking down a secondary health bar on that tower with a flame animation showing that he was taking over that. I lied about what I said before. One of the new talents here at this tier is called Primal Swarm, which is Dark Swarm causes enemies to take 15% extra damage for 0.75 seconds. So I'm going to go with that because they're so melee oriented. This should really, and I mean really, do some work. Unless I don't hit anybody, and then it's just not going to do anything. We're just dying rapidly from things. They all got knocked back. Let's do work with Abathur, and I just got exploded. I couldn't get out there. It's kind of how it goes. This does go well with the build that I'm trying to do here, because at 16 we're gonna go for Turning Claws. This allows us to burrow and move. So it's kind of an engage. So you can kind of like burrow, try to escape a little bit, or like engage a little bit harder, and then you can do more damage. What else has changed? I think they... Oh, no, they didn't. On live servers, they had just released a patch with increasing the global cooldowns on all the abilities for the global heroes. I'm going to go there because there's a Chromie that needs to get on. And that's a great meteor. I'm just going to try and stick with this. Cool. We basically forced them all back, and they haven't actually taken a fort. That is kind of fantastic. I'm going to go for a tongue here, and that is going to secure that kill on their enemy Ragnaros. I'm going to stasis and recancel it, and then try and get on this and help our Ragnaros out here. Diablo with a great apocalypse to just deter the enemy team without securing the kill on our Ragnaros. Now I'm just soaking these tower shots since I used adaptation, thinking Diablo was going to re-engage on me. And as you can see there, I kind of just soaked up all sorts of damage. And I finally made some plays. And if you heard that door close, I apologize. So, we have now made it to... I almost got hit by a Chromie Q. That sounds like a thing. But anyways, we have now made it to Ton and Claws. So, I can move while burrowed. This synergizes well with basically almost every talent that I've taken. Most notably the burrow talent at level 4. So now, say I burrow. I go in behind the enemy team and I push them all back. The goal, at least. Looks like their Ragnaros went for the other talent. I'm going to try and not die here. Looks like adaptation was used by their Dehaka. We don't want to go into this because this is a outnumbered fight. I don't know why we're still fighting it. Because our Ragnaros is all the way at the bottom lane, and Abathur is obviously Abathur. So yeah, it was not a good idea. They had 5 people on us, and the MBT was about to catch up. We are still a level ahead because of Abathur's soak. So not too bad still, not too bad. I might, if she walks closer to a bush, I might try to ambush her. But other than that, I'm going now. And I use adaptation now to try and soak as much as damage. Oh, there we go. We're doing damage. And we're gonna burrow and move. And then we're gonna keep doing it. We're just gonna keep using our burrow to our advantage now that we can move while casting it and trying to not get hit by this Artanis so he resets his abilities. And then we're gonna go defend the boss. We got 3 out of their people. I'm just gonna leave because I don't want to defend. 4. Nice. Our team's doing the right thing for right now. Abathur is now down in the bottom lane, collecting the trib, and we have secured the second curse phase of this game. And with that, we might be able to push to core. Looks like Abathur actually will probably keep solo dolo. That would do pretty good. I'm gonna go here, help the team. Actually, I think I might just push this lane to get as much experience as possible. Looks like, ooh, Dehaka Abathur. I'm burrowing here. Alright, so he got the burrow movement too. We're just gonna not deal with that because I'm low and I don't want to die. I need to collect more essences before I can do anything. I'm gonna ping here. They're definitely some. Okay, so they went through their base still. Our Abathur is now repositioned to the top lane. He's doing such a good job with his positioning. Alright, so we can fight this. Our Ragnaros has Molten Cord in a big way. Oh boy, oh boy. I got hit by the edge of that. I've been just super stunned that whole time. I couldn't even do anything. The burrow movement did actually save my life there for the initial phase of that. Oh, and a great lava wave by our Ragnaros. He might be able to kill at least. No, they're a little too much health on the Dehaka to be able to force the issue. But by wasting time on the enemy team, Abathur has pushed this all the way up, and now started to deal damage to these towers, which he's actually taking on his own. So we're doing great, doing great. Alrighty. So level 20, the healing has been increased on this to 200%. I think it's initially 175. Burrow or the Apex Predator is the same, and this is a new talent, similar to that of Nexus Blade. It is Dehaka's basic attack slow the target by 20%, and if the target is a hero, you gain 5 essence. So this helps you to sustain throughout the game, similar, like I said, to Rework. Uh oh, I'm coming in from behind the team. Actually, this is probably gonna be good. Got Dibbles here, and we're going Essence Claws because we're gonna be fighting in melee range of all the enemy heroes. We only have 3 of us, so we should leave Diablos instead. Abathur is still pushing the top lane into the fort and actually doing damage to it now, or the keep actually. So many words stuck on my tongue there. So we're gonna push bot lane, even though we know their team is very, very close to us. We gotta be really, really careful. On a map like this, I would totally recommend Apex Predator no matter what. Almost in general. But for the sake of trying out the new talents, I wanted to use Essence Claws because I think that talent will actually be very strong for the solo tank Dehakas. It'll give you that extra sustain in lane that you could use to your advantage to just keep constantly healing and healing and healing. So if Diablo, I was hoping Diablo would actually charge him there. Okay, we gotta leave. Looks like Diablo might die here again. Nope, he actually blinked out of that, so that's pretty good. I was just zoning for our Abathur as he collected the gem. I'm gonna go middle lane to soak and push. I'm pinging danger for Abathur, even though I don't think he really cares because he's. Looks like we did lose our. We're losing everybody right now. Nice! Great wave by our Ragnaros, but he still perished in the flames. And our clone Artanis by Abathur is here, so I'm going to let him soak the shots. And I'm going to dodge this, burrow underneath them, and push them back. And then try to walk away, which I don't know if I can. So instead, we're going to do some fancy moves like that. And get away, like no problem. So I was hoping that they would waste all of their stuns on me so that I couldn't, or they didn't interrupt my burrow and I couldn't escape and I die. And I think I did that very, very well. So we got a super push coming in to the top lane. He's probably going to get that keep, no problem. And there is a tribute, so I'm going to start heading my way there. Let's see. Looking at the numbers, we have 4 killing blows, 19 assists, and 5 deaths. Not the greatest on death part, but it's just the nature of this game right now. And we have 45,000 siege damage. Nothing compared to our Abathur. We got a Dehaka here. He's probably right there. And a burrow. I'm just trying to harass him. Nothing crazy. Just gotta make way for our team. Okay, looks like Diablo is here. I'm going to use adaptation as soon as I get out of this. And just try and soak as much of this damage. And I missed because they spread. But that's no big dealio. I'm just going to try and do this now. We got Chromie here. I knocked her back, which caused her pass to cancel. And I'm just going to try and walk away. Try to get Artanis. Just missed. So with its build, though, you do not have the longer Q range. So that makes it a little bit weirder. I'm going to get this Chromie with my AoE cleave there as I can walk through targets while it's up. And now I'm going to burrow and stick this Diablo. And as you can see, I'm just shredding him. Just shredding this Diablo. He can't even keep up. Oh, dude, this is so good. Because I can keep my W up while I'm burrowed, sticking with the target, just dealing massive damage, who's actually taking more damage because of my level 13 talent. I like this. This is kind of what I thought. This is kind of what I thought.
Destroy.
You can't take damage, but they can. Oh, that's so good. And then you go stealth, so you can use it to reposition as an escape. Oh, it's so good. It's good. I love these new, like, engaging builds for, like, the bruiser tanks. It's so huge. So huge. I would definitely say that tanks needed, or more tanks needed to be viable in this game than how they have been as of late. The reigning king tank, or tanks, reigning warriors, my bad, not tanks, have basically been Muradin, Johanna, and, well, EPC. And that's like it. There's like no other variety in like at least in the glory of the tanking realm. So it makes it feel a little lame. Like if you want to be a warrior player, there's really, I mean, there's options, but you know, there's obviously good, better, best in that scenario. So it made it a little lame. I'm right here positioning because it knocks them back, and I'm just gonna try and just soak damage here. I have adaptation up, and I just want to soak, just like that. We're just trying to force them out. If you do have a lava wave coming in, that should deal some damage. No, it actually doesn't. Closer it is to there, it didn't deal much at all. Alright, got my W up. Going for Diablo here because it's the easiest target to hit. And we're going to use Burrow. Gonna go in hard. Just like that. We should be able to pick up this kill. Nope, just barely missing it. But we got a kill there, and we got a whole bunch of life. And that's going to be a good game, peeps. It's going to be a good game. I think I played this pretty well today. I say the most amount of damage in this game other than the enemy Artanis. I don't know.
Any question?
I like it. This is a good build. Not for every map, that is for sure. And our Ragnaros got MVP only because he did the most hero damage. And so what I will do real fast, because I'm going to hit that skip button and see what else we got. Oh yeah, I can manage 4 deaths. Stun time, 88 seconds. That's pretty amazing. So, talents. Let's do it. Shall we, peeps? And to go into this build, we have 1, Enduring Swarm to reduce spell damage taken. For no other reason other than that this is a new talent, allowing him to be a little bit more tanky against the mages of the video game, which is one of his biggest downfalls because he is quite slow when walking into an enemy team. Lurker Strain, this grants 3 seconds of stealth, and when you emerge from Burrow, you knock them back and slow them by 30%. This is meant to synergize with your level 16 talent so you can engage better and provide a little bit more utility for your team, because when you burrow through the enemy team, you can kind of position the knockback to kind of separate someone from the enemy team. And then we're going to go Dark Swarm because their entire team was basically melee, so that as long as I'm hitting someone, I should basically have this 100% activated time. Went adaptation just because it was the most recent updated ability, and I think now this ability has become the more viable of for the soloing. Like, if against, like, a really big melee team like that, most definitely like that. Anyone with, like, huge amounts of cleave, I would totally go for adaptation. Whereas before, I was almost always picking isolation no matter what. Whereas now, isolation is enough to, like, counter a specific hero you need not to do anything, and you need to blow that person up. And then at 13, one of his brand new talents, Dark Swarm, or Primal Swarm, so that his W, as long as you hit enemies, they increase their damage taken by 0.75 seconds. This is amazing, because this synergizes with level 7 talents, so that you can always have this damage increase going. And I already explained level 16 talent, and I also went at level 20. Basically, for the remaining reasons of these build, is to just continue to slow targets, providing a little bit of more CC for your team, and always gaining extra essence, which I think is what happened at the end there when I had almost max health regen at all times because of how I played, which is auto attacks, which didn't really realize it was happening, but it made it really nice to be able to do that, because late game team fights, Dehaka used to be always very, very, very essence starved, making it feel pretty bad. But that is gonna be it for today, peeps, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't, and that's gonna be it for today, peeps. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and check out what else I have, because that'd be pretty awesome, and you guys are pretty awesome. Tell me about it, I know. Anyways, see y'all later. I hope you like this video again. Peace.